We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Commanders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Gibson to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
They'll go again with Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through. And it's 3-0 Washington. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Throwing on first down is Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Davis Price will try to pick it up. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lance. And a quick throw here that's complete. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 26. 43 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
In that situation on 3rd and inches, it's not a surprise that you're going to have big-time guys up front trying to stop things, so you've got to win the leverage game. The offensive line did that. They got lower than the guys in front of them and pushed them aside. But even they had to be surprised at what the result was. That kind of yardage on 3rd and inches, that's not what you get on every play.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Lance now to throw. Drops this underneath for Davis Price. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
He's up to the 20. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Gibson here running out of the gun. And some space here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Here's Herbert. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 83 yards rushing for him to this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harrison. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And the lead will stay put at 17.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Here's Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go, and of course they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And his kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up.
To throw, it's Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line.
A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Shotgun now for Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here's Davis Price.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Ty Davis-Price with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Niners are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Finding room at midfield. 30, 10, and he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Back to throw here, Herbert. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Ambry Thomas up to make the play defensively. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop, too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From midfield, here's Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Lance looking to throw it. Gets it out wide to Davis Price. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 4. Second down. Here's Davis Price. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1. Davis Price once more. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Ty Davis Price. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdown.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington! I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Washington on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Lance now on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Down. Shot. 17.
From the 29, Lance. Dancing to his left. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Again, it's Lance. Being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Lance now on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first. Now Lance again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To the right side, this is Edwards. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try the left side with Gibson. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, Gibson.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
That good for 19 and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A handoff for Gibson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain.
And Washington set up now 1st and goal.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Washington, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far.